start now. How you guys doing? My name is Andrew. I consider myself business consultant, working with local businesses, helping them with social media, running ads, managing social media, and dabbling. Which I was telling. What was your name, sir? I forgot. Rich. Now I'm dabbling into just like helping businesses with their sales process. Because at first it's easy to bring all the leads to you, and then you come across like some businesses don't have sales teams to close those leads. So at the end of the day, we get blamed on like, well, your videos didn't work. It's like, well, what's your sales process? So now I'm slowly dabbling into that. The agenda here for all you guys, I was telling everyone in the back that was here, this is not really a beginner class for social media. It's a little bit more advanced. So I try not to give like the generic advice that you see everyone giving on social media. The first one, psychology, just breaking down like being a prosumer versus a consumer and a producer. How to train your algorithm, knowing the different perspectives on when you're creating content. The cake system that I've made up with, it sounds dumb, but it'll make sense when I show you guys. When I was telling you about the ads, the organic versus sales ads, sales funnel, organic funnels, sales funnels, and then how to make an ad, quick run through tips, and then Q&A. So there's not a lot of people here, which is good. So if you guys have questions, I'll leave it open. And if the questions do take a little bit longer, majority of the time, then we'll just hold it back to the end. A little bit about me, I'll be really brief. Over 12 years, I've been making content. The past 4 years, I've been taking it serious with businesses. I generated over 10 million on my personal account. Here's some data. And over 30 million with all my clients combined. Here are some of the accounts I manage. San Bernardino Valley College here, Valley High Kia up in Victorville, and Valley High Toyota. And trying to close another client that's in Montclair to manage, but I currently just do their social media right now. And another client that does auto glass repair shops, or it's an auto glass repair shop. I do website videos, social media videos, trends, and manage accounts. That's pretty much it. I don't want to do too much. Here are some of the views that I've done for Cali High. 2 million was our recent one for this client. For the college was this one. This is like a meme. And I can show you guys if you guys want to see the videos. I just did screenshots so we can just get through them. And if you guys want to see videos after, I'm more than welcome to put all these up for you. Or any other videos that may be involved with your service. Your services are all right there, so I would try to relate to whichever ones that I've done. Being a consumer versus prosumer. So a lot of people, majority of people are consumers on social media. They're only using social media to catch up what's happening on TMZ, using sports for highlights, or watching highlight sports and what their friends or family and what they're interested in. So the algorithm is pretty much pushing all that to you because that's what you're liking. Prosumers, which is a real word if you guys haven't heard that before, it's a consumer and a producer, it's both. So you're producing content while you're consuming content. So that's pretty much you're consuming all the data, watching all these trendy videos. Yeah, come on, you can go ahead and sit down. You're taking all the videos that you're consuming and you're changing it, catching what all the trends are happening. What are you doing with yourself? With businesses, what they're doing. And then you're just taking all that inspiration and then you're just doing it yourself. Whether you're copying them, mimicking them, or you're just putting it in your own way, that's what you're doing. Examples, what I was showing you for a consumer. The TMZ, the sports, I already went through it. And examples for prosumer is just selling your service or product with the purpose. So the whole point is you want to be a prosumer to actually open up with these apps with intent. Who here is, where is it at? What do you guys consider yourselves as right now before I showed you this?
As far as those examples?
Yeah, like are you a consumer or you're a prosumer?
Consumer.
Consumer?
I try not to consume as much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to...
Diet.
So the reason why, like, you have to break it down so you know how to use social media different now. So now that you understand what you're doing, you can start focusing on the content that you can actually leverage for your own business instead of the stuff that you're just interested in that's distracting you. Because you're usually escaping whatever you're doing to just entertain yourself. So you can still entertain yourself, but now you can leverage it to make content for yourself. So that's where you want to be a prosumer. Let me go back. Prosumer. Anyone have any questions? Perfect. In order for you to get better at being a prosumer, you have to train your algorithm. If you don't train your algorithm will train you. And I'll give more examples on this. Same thing like when you're watching, what do you guys normally watch? The consumers, what do you normally watch that entertains you? Anything. Sports? Anyone else? Thirst traps. So that's usually common for males. It's common for males to have the thirst traps. Females, but if they're thirst traps for the men, that usually distracts you when you're on it. Unfortunately, sports, same thing. You're only using it to see the highlights, and you're not getting really entertainment out of it. You're not getting any value out of it. So in order for you to train your algorithm, for TikTok, thank God it's back up. And if you guys have other feelings about it, I apologize. TikTok, in order for you to do this, and if you guys want, this is pretty an immersive class, so if you guys want to open up your apps, in order for you to train your algorithm, all those videos on your For You page, if you just hold the video, this is going to pop up. And then you just click not interested. So you're going to have to it takes like 30 to an hour to train your algorithm to know like, okay, these are all the videos that I don't want to see. And then it will slowly push out the content that it's going to start giving you random videos. And it's because you're training it. Once you start figuring out like what are trends that are going on, like what are the common or the videos that are like usually all the same, just different contexts, you've either found a trend or you found something that's like different that you can utilize and work for your business. Instagram is the same thing. It doesn't work as TikTok. This one you have to pull up on your Explorer page, and there's going to be dots on the bottom right, and then you just click on the dots. So like right here, and then this pops up, and then you just put not interested. And then same thing goes for your search bar. If you click all these videos, a faster way to do it, instead of like going scrolling, you can just hold on to it like this, and then it pops up on the bottom. The reason why I try not to do that one, because it's all the way at the bottom. They designed it for a reason, to like kind of hide it from you, so you don't have to do that. But this is how to train your algorithm. And this is what's going to help you guys start getting rid of the thirst traps and the sports. I'm sorry I keep bringing that up.
No, I want to. I really do.
Okay. Yes, then thirst traps, yeah, you want to get rid of that because that doesn't help. You're going to start having it, same thing, I think I already said this, open up the search bar, analyze your feed. So asking yourself, does this video help me? Does thirst trap help me with my business? What service do you do? Are you in a business?
I sell adapters for semi-trailers.
Okay, so thirst traps have nothing to do with either sales or trucking or adapters. So now you guys are starting to see like how your algorithm can affect how you, it's almost like a mental, like gymnastics, where you have to train, it's a muscle, you have to train your algorithm and your own like discipline with yourself to start giving you the content that you want to see. So the more, yes.
On TikTok, I understand that like if you heart something, I like to watch, for example, dash cam videos and crashes.
Mm-hmm.
So I heart them, and I get to see more of those.
Yeah, that's how you train it.
Yeah.
So you're training the algorithm. The way it works is the longer you watch it, it's assuming that, oh, this person likes it more, so let me push it more to him. When you heart it, when you favorite, this person likes it. So what I do when I'm on Insta, I'm on all these platforms, I don't even engage with any of my videos. Yes.
Does it matter what you consume affects the algorithm on what was the other word? Prosume?
Prosume?
Yeah.
So
when is what you take out.
So this is where it's a little bit, you have to, once you train your algorithm to get the stuff that you want, this is where your creativity comes in where, okay, well, these are this is the, and actually, hold on to that thought, I'll show you the next step. But yes, that's how the algorithm learns you, and it's training you and pushing more content what you want to see. So this is why you train it I don't want to see more of that, and I'm going to start seeing more of this, and now you're training it. And you hear a lot of people, oh, TikTok or whatever, this place is negative, on my For You page, or the world is ending. It's usually because they're watching, the local news, and it's always like bad. So that's where you usually hear the bad people saying the negative stuff, where the positive people are like, well, I don't ever see that. I see either sales trainings or whatever you're watching on your fitness, the roofing. That's if you guys are focused, if your algorithms look like that. You know the frame. The phrase like "show me your 5 friends and I'll show you who you are." Almost the same thing. Show me your search bar, and I can tell you what you guys all watch. There's traps again, and yeah. So it's the same thing. Like that's all it is. I'll show you where your attention is really being taught. So if you're telling me you're running this business and this is your personal account, but if you're consuming all this stuff, then you're not really utilizing it. You're just using it for a distraction.
Like I watch workout videos, and this body doesn't work out. It's like, that's my distraction.
If
Are you watching girls work out? Or
No, I like
Yeah, it depends.
Like running and jumping and stuff like that.
So it depends. So like you have to figure out. So if you're using this for business, if you're using your account for business or for personal, if you want to use your account for personal, you can just use it for, here are the workout routines, and I'm going to use that to learn how to work out. If you're using it for business, then those workout videos, it's not going to match up. You're probably, yeah. Let's see. Different ways how to make content. There's the memes, there's the audio trends, there's trends that you've seen before, and then there's making your own content. And I'll show you guys all of them and how I utilize them with the next slide. Any questions? Yes.
Okay. So I have my personal page and I have the business page, right?
Yes.
So if I'm on my business page, does it matter what I look at on that page where my stuff gets looked at? Or
They
you're
do
just
sometimes.
talking about that as far as like mindset wise.
It's the mindset, but it also, you can have, so think about like your personal as, I'm going to use my personal to whatever you want your personal like to be. If I want to learn how to grow my business and scale and bring more money to my business, you can focus on your personal to look at that kind of content. On your business page, I'm going to look at content to, with whatever relates to your business, or like bringing in influencers or stuff like that. You know more on that, but like that's how you do it. And they're all separate. It's usually when you Google something and then it pops up on your For You page, content, stuff like that, that's what usually it affects. But you can easily, once you see like, if you're searching weights, the brand, or a protein bar, then they'll pop up like an ad on your social media. You can easily just train it to not do that. So that's where it usually stems from, like your search on your Safari or your Google, and then it goes to your apps, because it's like the cookies that everyone knows, like here, it's trailing back to you. You're in like that funnel that we were talking about. That's somewhat of a funnel, that how they get you with that stuff. So yes, and then I can go more into that. The golden triangle, here are the different perspectives on what usually gets like the best engagement with all my clients and for myself. So you have a boss perspective, you have an employee perspective, and you have a customer's perspective. And they all work hand in hand. You can use all 3 of them in one video, or you can just do one. For example, like an employee hates roofing and is tired of, you can just have like situations, or you can have experiences, breaking it down, and I'll show you on the next one. But here are the different perspectives. You can have an employee who hates their boss. That's a relatable video. You can have it comedy. You can have it serious. You can have it educational. You can have a customer or let me talk to your manager. I don't want to talk to the employee. Let me talk to the manager. You can have it funny. You can have it educational. Those are like my main ones. I'll show you, like, that's usually what I stem to, but whatever you guys like the most, whatever you guys feel comfortable doing or want to do, all you have to do is just plug that into this. Employee, customer, I gave this employee a bigger tip because he was nicer. Me being a good person, a video type like that. Or you can even vice versa, that same concept, but just now employee getting a big tip from a customer. Now you're celebrating and being happy. flexing. Now you can spend your whole paycheck now because you got a $20 tip. And you can see like how you can get creative with it, being dramatic, going to the Louis Vuitton store. Like in a video, it looks like you can't afford the Louis Vuitton over 20, but it's like you're still like putting it out there, like the experience. And that right there is actually pretty funny now that I think of it. I'll probably do it myself. So this is the cake system. It sounds dumb, I know, but it'll make sense. It's content anyone can eat. And yes, can starts with a C, but I just put K just to have it plugged in. So when you're going back to all the perspectives, once you figure out, okay, I want to do an employee's perspective, you have life insurance. So I can be an employee talking about how, or you can actually, what's better is when you do it from a customer's perspective. So life insurance, you can pretend to be a customer, whether through educational, relatable, comedy, and meme. Being tired of getting called like, oh, is this your only job or is this your side hustle? Like, what do you want to do with your life when you die? You can easily make that relatable to them. So when they see that video on your page and they realize that you're a life insurance agent, it's like, what the heck? You're making fun of yourself? You're being meta. You're not taking yourself too seriously. You can also take yourself serious and educate them from a customer's perspective, which you guys already normally do. Same thing with a fitness. And bakery too, you do the same thing, educating them. This is how I bake. You can do it from a personal, this is how I do it, or this is what I learned, and I want to show you guys. Now you're kind of, your followers is like, okay, like thank you for giving me that advice. And whoever wants this slide, you can take your pictures, but I can send it all to you, so don't feel like you're going to lose all this. I'll give it to you guys. The next thing, so the base of this, the cake system is categories. So the categories, I know I did skip that step, is usually what you guys want to talk about or how you want to explain the situation or whatever you guys are doing. So educational, relatable, comedy, and memes. The next layer is ideas. The ideas usually stem from like questions, problems, solutions, promos, or situations. Same thing, what you can do like questions like, how do you do this? Well, this is how to do it. Or you can explain it through a meme or other ways. And I'll show you more examples in the next slides. And how you want to film it. So for social media, for these apps, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube has YouTube Shorts. When you're filming vertical, they usually favor those that posting style when you're filming top to bottom. And does anyone know what I mean? Okay, perfect. When you're filming horizontal, like those cameras back there, that's filming from, like this is fitting the whole TV. So it's going to fit this whole TV compared to filming vertical. It's only going to fit right here in the middle. So YouTube, if you put a YouTube long form video, it's going to stick like that, which they want where it fits the whole screen on your phone. So when you have intention on, majority of you guys here for social media, so you're mainly going to want to do it vertical. But if you want to utilize YouTube, like long form videos, like helping, whatever, if you want to start a YouTube channel and build a community in there, horizontal is usually the way mixed with vertical, like short form videos. And then the basic platforms that you want to do, I recently just put that one up because it came back. So yeah, I was stressing. That's why that one looks a little off. But here are like the main ones. And if you guys know any other ones, you're more than welcome to just put this system into the posting and it will work. Any questions?
Anybody use Snapchat anymore?
Yeah, you'd be surprised. Like, there's a lot of money that gets pushed into the ads, and a lot of people get monetized on Snapchat. I personally don't use it, but I do know of people that do push that. Yeah.
What type of people go to Snapchat? I'm curious. 'Cause
The younger people. So you'll figure out. So you'll also learn that all these apps are all different age demo. Oh, my bad. I didn't even put Facebook on here. I apologize. So TikTok is usually for, like the younger audience. That's why they get it more. A lot of older audience don't understand it. Like, how does this work? I don't want to do it. I'm so used to Facebook because that platform is meant for me. There's more of a community. There's groups I can join, talk to. So you have to learn which platform, which audience usually goes with that platform, and then you just tailor it to that. So TikTok is the wild, wild west. And I love it because you can do as much crazy content that you like, and you can experiment on there. And whatever works on TikTok, you just take that same video and then you just repurpose it on all the other platforms. Yes.
Okay, what you just touched on, so like if I do hair, so if I make a video, upload it to TikTok, share it on both Instagram and Facebook,
Mhm.
and when people reshare it, what does that do for me?
So this is posting it through the app because there's two ways to do it. So you can film on the TikTok app, post it, and then download it. But what happens is they watermark that video. So when you post it on Instagram and Facebook, they don't like having that on there. So you want to make sure that you get rid of the watermark. And because they don't say that they shadow ban you, but they do it without telling you. They're not going to admit it, but they don't want to show TikTok on their app. So you can leave TikTok because you got reminded, oh yeah, there's TikTok. Let me go back on TikTok, and forgot everything that you were doing on their apps. That's all they're doing. They just don't want you to switch over to another apps. They want to keep all your attention. So there's ways to do it. There's a TikTok downloader on the website. You just copy the link, upload it, and then it downloads the video.
Yeah.
And which you guys probably already do, and whoever didn't know that, that's how you can do the workaround. What was the question again?
So like how if my followers repost my video on, let's just say TikTok, what does that do for my account on TikTok?
Okay, so when you do repost a video, it's everyone who is following that person who reposted it is also going to see that video of them reposting it. You're more likely to see your video on their feed or their followers' feed compared to just having it out there and just have it organically going.
Okay, so it doesn't like really help out.
It does help when you favor the videos and when you reshare it, because it just shows like, hey, I found this funny, like you'll find this funny too, and then someone else will reshare. And usually TikTok and Instagram, they really based off of like the shares on their platforms. So the more shares it gets, the algorithm is learning, this is a good video, let me push it out to even more people. And then when they share, it just spreads out, and that's what usually gets the million views or 100K, 500K. Yeah. Any other questions?
That's how you get followers faster, right?
That's how you get followers faster, but you're not building a community. So you're going to get a bunch of followers who follow you because they loved that funny video and they liked it, but they see your other content and they're going to be like, that's not the same thing that I've seen with that one viral video. So either they stay or leave, or they're just following you and you're getting zero engagement when they see your next video, which doesn't really help you. And so this is where I also explain by building a community with your followers compared to just trying to go viral.
So, going back to what she said, hairdresser, there's a hairdresser that it just fell into my For You page, and I have nothing to do with it, but his content is all, he does hair, he cuts hair for special needs kids, kids that are on the spectrum. And so it's just him and that child, and it's the same how all he interacts.
Yeah, it's the same format. Yeah.
So the idea is to keep your videos all relevant to each other rather than do one that's about fishing and the other one that's about thirst.
Yeah. So not necessarily. So I get that. Yeah, keeping it consistent so you can always have those people. You can fall into the trap where you're just only stuck doing that. And then when you try to do something else, you're not going to get the same engagement. And depending on your mindset, you might just feel like, I'm depressed because no one cares about me. I'm so used to all these followers. There's different ways to do it. My personal account, I've learned to do it all. They're not the best examples depending on the environment, which the videos I can show you guys. But I know how to get attention, and the ways I get attention are unorthodox. But
with that, you said build a community, and if you're just getting attention,
so I know I.
the community off attention.
So for mine,
Uh-huh.
if you look at my account, I make videography content that's relatable, and I make fun of everything when it comes to videographers, clients, me being a videographer, me being a client.
And your brand is you are a videographer.
Through my personal one.
Okay. Okay. And
So-
you're promoting.
I just
video.
promote either my service through like all this way, funny, educational. So I build a community of videographers that message me, and you get all those messages when they ask you, hey, how do you do this? Like for you with the motor, how'd you get that as a sponsor? Well, I did it because I got the email. Now you're helping other people, and then they trust you. Like, damn, he reached out to me. You'd be surprised that when you reach out to somebody back, oh, damn, like, you have time for me? Like, yeah, you don't have to tell them, like, yeah, you're the only person who wrote me. You don't have to say it. It's all unspoken. You can keep that mystique without having to even say anything. So you can still like give them the attention. And yeah, man, thank you for following me, and thank you for whatever you give them attention. Which you've seen. I don't know what the response that they told you, but when you told them that, it's like, man, thank you. Like I'm gonna do that next time. And then yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I don't mind helping you out. Or if you gatekeep, I don't know. It depends on how you run it. But where do we leave off? So you don't have to keep it all in one. There's so many ways to do it. You can sticking with one strategy and always having it that platform, or you can experiment and do multiple different things that revolves around your business and your personality. Usually a lot of people, they like having like a face to the brand, and like, I'm following this person, your brand, because of this person. They help motivate me. It's more personalized because there's a face to it, instead of like, here's my service and here's people doing like working out. Here's people working out. Like if you start being in front of the camera and putting customers, which I've seen your account, you're already having people talking like, hey, I worked here and here are the results. Like that helps other people to be like, oh, okay, someone else is doing it, I can do it too. And I'll try to dive deeper into that with the other slides. But does anyone else have any other questions?
So building a community versus going viral is always better. When you build a community little by little, like anything in life takes time. You gotta go like on a one-on-one basis. It's more sustainable down the road.
Yeah, so
Building a community.
going viral is fun. It's fun. I've done it multiple times, but there's like, you get a bunch of followers and then you get people who just unfollow you or don't engage with your content. So it feels cool to feel like, oh yeah, I know I've hit 1 million and I've done 10 million, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, now for me, like getting clients are like business owners like your guys selves or yourselves. But like out of 1 million views, maybe one person I've closed, if that. So all that attention for what? Just so I can just have it, so I can feel like, oh, hell yeah. And then fall in a deep depression after, which has happened when I got like my first videos, fall in a deep depression after because, damn, these videos aren't hitting the same. Like, how do I do that? And you're going crazy. And which you hear that a lot of people like going down that route, but you just got to keep pushing. Once you get a video that hits, you're going to get excited like, oh, hell yeah. But you just have to understand, like, just keep moving. Now, what you were saying, if you do get a video that like is relatable to on brand to your business, you can put money behind that and run it as an ad locally for your business and generate leads from it. But organically, those 1 million views are all from United States or out of the country. So unless you're selling e-commerce, then you're not going to benefit like anything. If you're pushing products, like you see on TikTok, like, oh, I use this pen and it works, and then you buy it off of there, that's you're in that service for TikTok, and that's going to give you more value because now you can just sell it anywhere. But for a majority of you guys, it's like, we're here, you guys have to come to us. So you have to focus on local, unless you can do a remote. The same thing, I think I went over this, but yeah, when you're filming it horizontal, this is what the screen looks like on your Instagram For You page on TikTok. I wouldn't recommend doing this, usually because you can see the other post here and the other posts up here. So you're already scrolling on to the next one, whether it's you or the people that are watching your videos. A lot of other videographers, and I'm not talking bad about them whatsoever, a lot of videographers love to film it like this because that's what they're trained for. They learn, I know how to do cinematic and I only do this. I'm not filming my, Mateo knows, the camera guy back there, he knows. There's a community where they just love doing this because it's the love of the art and I can film everything, make it cinematic. This one, the 1x1, it's usually for photos. So when you put a photo on Instagram, that's what usually shows, like a box. You can do a carousel with this one, same thing as this one, but 9x16 is what takes up the whole screen. And this is when you film the This is when you film your phone like this versus like this, or if you have the camera like that, you film it to the side, and then you can film it like that. Or you go the long way, you can still film it like this, and then just expand it so it fits like this. But then you have to film.
You're missing the content if you do that, right?
You can, so there's a learning curve. That's part of the videographer's part. There's a learning curve on how to film a specific way to fit everything, knowing like, I only have this space to have. And there's grid lines that you can do, but there's the learning curve when you start filming like this or sideways on the big camera that I'm so used to like holding it like that you only know like, I can only film what's only in here. So it limits a lot of people, but when you learn it, you'll know like, there's intention of like what's gonna be on the screen. Any questions? Yes.
Whenever we film this way,
Mhm.
it will always be 9/16.
Yes.
Always.
Yes. You can film it horizontal, but you just scale it.
Well,
Or not film it horizontal. You can film it vertical, but you'll just like, because it's gonna be like that, you just have to stretch it out.
No. I'm just wondering because I think I filmed that way and I still have these boxes.
So there's a way, so yes, there's, on Instagram, if you're just doing a regular post and it's filmed like that, if you don't put it as a reel on Instagram,
Okay, that's okay.
it's not gonna be like this. You'll have it like this. So this top part and that top part of the video is not gonna be shown.
Gotcha.
So that's where, and that's happened a lot with my clients. They're like, I asked them, like, how come you posted it like this? Like, oh, I just posted it, and then I just showed them, and then they learned. You have to just post it as a reel on Instagram. TikTok automatically does that. Questions? Anyone? And then how to build the community. He just left. This is perfect for him. I'll go over it fast with him again. But, making content that's personal and organic. This is the generic stuff that you see with everybody that they tell you. Always post consistent and be yourself. It's the same exact thing, but this is how you generally build a community. Going live, showing either like yourself or showing your service and answering questions with people, either at night, during the day, or just going live and then just leaving your phone right there and just like having, just doing your service like what Jackie's doing. She's live and just filming this whole session like this. If you don't have one of these already, I would recommend buying one. So you can have a tripod like those ones, those big ones that are holding the big cameras, or you can just buy a little one like this. It's on Amazon, 20 bucks. It's pretty light. Look, like you can just easily hold it like this, and it goes all the way out. And this is for your phone. Easy for your phone. You just connect your phone on here, and then you can just start using this for creating content or going live with your service. Relatable content to your target audience. So you can make content that's really good, but if it's not talking to the people that you're trying to sell, it really doesn't matter. So if you're doing roofing, you want to always show the product befores and afters, which is good. But if you're making relatable content that's in roofing, like us being out here all day, now I have a tan line, it's still funny and relatable, but you're only getting roofers' attention. So it's a good recruiting technique to get those people like, oh, they look fun roofing, let me go work over there. But when you utilize it where it's like, okay, this is what the client feels, or this is what like involves with the client, now you're selling to a client when they watch it, they're thinking that could be me. They're not thinking like that initially. It's all like subconsciously, but they're thinking like that could be me. If they see a roofing or construction workers talking about what they're going to do after work and it's funny or relatable, customers aren't going to see that as like, oh, I want to look at what they're doing. It's just more like, that's just a video for that. And usually, I know I'm going in a tangent, but usually male and female, they have different algorithms. So if you guys have spouses that show you a video and you're like, I don't get it, I don't care, and they're like, what the hell, well, I don't like your videos, that's usually what happens. Or you guys find different trends. How have you not seen this trend? This trend is like popular. Like my wife shows me and I'm like, I've never seen that trend. But it's because she sees it from whatever she's going through. So she's a mother, she's a wife, and she goes to work. So she's getting content that she finds it like a consumer, not making fun of her, but it's just a consumer. So there's still trends that go through her funnel, but like the stuff that she sees is a lot different than what I see and what I'm consuming. So it's good to have that different perspective because then she can tell me like, oh no, this is what's trending with whatever it is. And me as a male, I might not get it, but it's like, it doesn't matter what I get, it's what the client needs. The clients usually have their audience that is male and female. Unless you're only doing male and you're only doing female, then it's a lot different. So it's just more like training your way of thinking when it comes to identifying trends and how you can utilize it for your business. And do your research on your competitors and see what they're doing. That's like the easiest way to find a video to do. Who cares if they've done it and you're copying them? It does suck and it does feel like ingenuous. I try not to do it personally, but just because I've done it for so long, like I know how to not do it. But it's a really good thing where you can just easily see your competitors doing that. That worked, like let me do it. So what if they think like I copied them? They're not gonna ever confront me, or if they do confront me, like why are you getting mad? You took that trend from someone else, because it's usually true. And the people who do see these trends off of your page, they're not even following the other people. So you're going to be the original person. They're going to see it. They're going to see that trend on your page first. And then when they see another trend, because it's a trend, like you're just doing it with them, they're going to be like, oh, damn, like they're copying you. And it's like, no one's copying me. Like it's just a trend. But you're going to get that a lot when you start like making content. It happens to me all the time. People send me videos and it's like, I've done this from someone else. So majority of them are not original, but I've had videos that are original that people have copied off of me, and that's a whole different feeling. It's like, what the F? But you just have to, it's part of the game. Like, okay, I've taken other people's, then they can take mine. That's completely fine. Now this one goes into, damn it, did I skip a step? Well, how to convert your community into sales. This is the majority, or this is like the major part for all you guys, because it does feel good to get 1 million views, but if you're not closing deals for your business, then how is it paying the bills, unfortunately? And it feels good I got all these 1 million views, but if you're not paying bills, then sorry about that. So there's 2 ways. You can do it organically, and you can do it with ads. Ads, this is where we were talking about earlier. The ads part, you always want to do this. I always recommend going the ads route, but you can do both. There's not only like one. You have to do both actually, but you benefit more off of ads. So the organic content, you're just posting consistently and having free billboards out there in the internet where everyone's watching the billboards. Posting ads, you're creating the ads to convert into sales, and you're using the organic content. If you have a video that, I already went this down, but I'll go it again. If you have a video that does perform good, that you like, that's addressing all the pain points for your client, you can even run an existing video as an ad, have it locally within a 20-mile or however far you want to go, 15-mile radius, and you can start converting potential clients into leads, and then however your process is, you can close them, or if you have a sales team, give them the leads, and they can close it for you. Any questions? Yes.
Okay, so my business is very unique. When I post something on Facebook, I get a lot of views. So what I do, because I don't run ads. I don't run ads. What I do to convert those people, I reach out to each one of them.
Okay.
They've seen what I'm doing, and they like what I'm doing, because they're watching it, so they know what I'm doing. And like you and I were talking about earlier, I know it's a pain point for them. Mm-hmm. So I'm reaching out to them, I'm being proactive, and I'm converting like 80% of those people into my clients.
That's good.
So
yes, you can go down that route too, which is really good. So that's another way to build community and to convert. You're doing it perfect. It's just a little bit longer, but you're getting the results and saving money. So the next one, you're either paying with your time. I'll go here first. Or actually, damn. Well, I'll do sales funnel. So does anyone know what a sales funnel is? And who doesn't know? No? Perfect. So sales funnels, you want to get your clients through sales funnels first in order for you to, make them, in order for you to close the deal. So sales funnel usually works with top of funnel, which is this, and the reason why it's a funnel, you guys already know, but now picture this with social media. So all the content that you're doing, is all the top of funnel content. When they start watching more, you build the interest, and then when they decide to, depending on how you're promoting your service, by strategically consuming content and creating the content, they're going to make the decision to want to work with you or reach out to you at least, and then you can close them on the action when they pull the trigger. And you guys can take the picture. I can also send it to you guys also. So there's two ways on the sales funnels. There's the organic way, and then there's the ads way. You're doing the organic way, which I'm glad I made this because you're doing it perfect. Now you're either paying with your time or with your money. So you can learn how to do all of this, or you can you can close a deal completely for free, but it's going to take time. And how much time is however long a client in your business usually takes to watch your stuff and then decide to reach out and then to for you to close them. So usually it's like 3 to 6 months, maybe a year that you're going to get a sale from free content to interest and then building the trust with that and then them to reach out to you, or if you reach out to them, they're going to be more warm, a warm lead for you to close. Versus an ad funnel where you're making an ad, then it creates the interest, the decision, and then you close them. And that usually converts over, is that the TV or mine? That usually converts over like 2 to 3 weeks. So you're saving years or a year of like trying to build one customer, or you can do it with multiple, or you can just do it quick and easy with an ad. And again, it's not either or, you can do both. Creating content, this is like the free content is usually what clients pay me for, is like creating organic content to get all the attention so they can follow them and then like go down this funnel. And then they also pay me to create ads. So now we're creating ads to retarget all those people up here and then bring them over here. Or just have them still go down the funnel until they decide to do it. Or we can just get new people within a 30-mile radius and then we just get them a lot faster. Yes?
I don't necessarily disagree with the organic funnel has always worked for me. I told you I've been in sales for ever. The free content, there's always free content available. It's what you do with it.
Yes.
You can move a client very quickly from the free content to an action. It can take 3 months to a year, and maybe you want it to. That's if you want it to, or it can happen in a matter of hours.
Yes, you're right.
Ads, they do work, but in my opinion, you're getting people that don't know you. And the reason sales happen is because people know, like, and trust you. Mm-hmm. So in my experience, it's my experience only, the ad funnel, like you're reaching out to 30 miles or 25 miles or whatever, those people don't know me. The people that know me, I'm closing, I will close. I can close on either one of them, and I close right away. Mm-hmm. I skip all that middle stuff. It's how you it's how you use that funnel. Yes. And a lot of people don't really know how to use that funnel, and that's the problem. And if you don't know how to use the funnel, then you need to go back to school, or you need to talk to somebody like you that's a sharpshooter.
Oh, thank you.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
What do you do?
I drive people from this area to LAX.
Transportation, LAX transportation, yeah.
Now, that's a very specific thing, and if anybody's ever been to LAX on a Friday afternoon, nobody wants to do it. I'm a very unique person. I can carry up to 9 people in my unit. Nobody else can do that, and at my prices, I'm unbeatable. Yeah. So, so if you saw an organic ad for me, if you see me here at a chamber event, you already know who I am. You more than likely have seen my event. I know you know who I am because everybody knows who I am. I'm very outgoing. So if you're gonna take a trip, you're going to Hawaii or you're going overseas, so no, you're gonna see an ad. We're gonna reach out right away. Hey, Rich, and I'm gonna reach back to you, and we're gonna, it's gonna be done. I'm not selling you. You're coming to me.
So that's perfect that you did say that. So you have a little bit more experience in the sales parts. A lot of people majority don't really have that sales experience. So that's where usually it takes this long. But yes, with sales experience, you can close them either immediately or just have them without even, depending on the kind of content you're making, you can do call to actions, which gets them a lot faster. Or you can just do organic by just making relatable content, which just triggers them down. It's not really, none of these are bad. It's just like different ways to have sales funnels. Does anyone else have any questions? No? Perfect.
I do want the roofer. The roofer. You want to create content. You want to be like me. You don't want to sell people. You want people to come to you right away. So when you create something, you got to show from start to finish how easy it is to work with you, and you have to point out that you're the only game in town. There may be 57 different roofers in your own street, but as far as you're concerned, you're the number one. You're the best. Your rates are the best. Your clients are the best. You got to make it so that these people understand that when they need a roof, you're the only game in town, baby.
Yep.
And when they call you, when they see your ad or your organic funnel, that you're not selling them. I'm a salesman. You don't ever want to sell anybody. You want them to sell you. And that's the way you do business. It's easy. It's so easy. I can teach. I don't want to stop.
No, you're
I can
fine.
teach people how to do it in like 40 minutes, 30 minutes. So anyway, that's that.
No, perfect. So yeah, when you're doing the ads too, you're right that you can get all these people, and this is where you filter them out with, you can do forms. So instead of getting a client that you know that's never going to pay, you can make it not harder for them to get to you or book a call, but you can qualify them by making forms, go to a landing page, filling out all this information, because someone who is really interested in buying will go through all of that, and then once you finally get them, you have all the information, and you'll know like you're more qualified than the average person who will look at all this and be like, all this information for a home, how many square footage and what kind of tiles. It's like, I don't want to do that. They're less interested. So it does help with the sales part, and it also, all that automation just helps skips the process. So now you go into those phone calls, already have it all prepared, and they're already willing to buy. But you're not trying to sell them, you're more trying to help them and educate them, which usually they can see that. Quick tips on how to make an ad. Usually you want to just do hey IE or hey homeowners, hey wherever you guys are based at, and hey whatever your clients are. You want to address them immediately, because when they're scrolling, they're already scrolling on to the next unless you got their attention with wherever they're familiar with. Hey Fontana, hey IE, hey Rialto, San Bernardino, whatever it is. Or hey, drivers who are tired of driving to LAX and back or leaving your car there, because you're going to start hitting pain points and then how you can solve it. Tired of driving to LA or having to pay your family member to drop you off all the way over there, and then they have to come back and now they hate you. I can pay all that. You just pay this price and you'll be carpooling, or pay a premium price maybe, I don't know the prices, and I can just take you there by myself and not have to deal with anyone else carpooling. You promote your service with the hooks, or you can just promote a sale. Hey, I have this special going on, and come over here, we'll give you a free quote. I recommend not doing free quotes sometimes. Maybe starting off doing it, but then you're gonna start seeing like there's like the low end people, not people, but like low ticket people that are always want something free, but they'll never continue to go with you. They just only want the free thing. The low ticket price you can always promote, like sell the lowest thing to get them in the door, and then if they like you and trust you, then you can always upsell. Whether you do it with bad intentions or with good intentions. So there's multiple ways you can do sales. That's a whole different seminar when it comes to sales and sales funnels that you can get into. When it comes to boosting or marketing your business on Instagram, same thing with TikTok. You can boost it. I don't recommend boosting it, especially on your iPhone, because you will get an Apple charge add on top of whatever you're spending. So if you're spending $60 for ads locally, you're gonna get another charge on it from Apple, maybe another 60 or 30 on top of that. So you're gonna be wasting money by doing just only in the app like this. There's ways to do it in your ads manager. And the ads manager is going to give you a little bit more details on age demographic, what hooks got their attention, and the way to find all that. You can have it all automated in when you're making ads. So you can have all these tailored. I know it looks Chinese right now, but the more you play with the ads manager, you'll understand it a little bit more. And it'll tell you how many leads you get, how many reaches, how many views, and also tells you how much, like what's the cost per click. So it might be $20 out of 1,000 people, maybe 4 people. I don't know the percentage on that, but they'll probably break it down. It's $20 per person. So then you have to figure out what's the lifetime value of your customers. When a customer signs up with you, how much are you making with them either the whole year or the next 5 years? Once you get that number, then you can start to figure out, if I spend $1,000 for this month, I'm going to get 3 of those clients, but each client is $3,000 each lifetime. So it's worth spending that $1,000 if you have it or you put it on credit to get those clients, because now I'm going to be making, like, you're knowing that that's how much your client costs depending on your service. And if you're positive that I can guarantee you this and I can guarantee that you're going to stick with me. So sometimes seeing the numbers when it comes to ads is scary. Like, okay, maybe $10 for the week. Like, you're going to eventually start to have to, the more money you put in, the more results you're going to get back with the demographics and the, what happened?
Question, can you talk to us about like ad spend? So when you talk about ad spend, is that going directly to you, or when you talk about, hey, let's put $50 behind this ad spend, where does that money go? Well, can you talk to us about?
Oh yeah, so when we're doing ad spend with the client, it's like our service fee, and then plus you want to add the ad spend, or we can add it in it together. So it'll be $1,000 ad spend. That ad spend is going to go towards the ad that we created with all the stuff I showed you with the content. Actually, I didn't even show you the actual video. So I'll show you the videos, and then you can use each and one of those videos, throw money at it, the $1,000, or you can break it up within the whole month in one video, or you can do multiple videos with different hooks. You can do the same video, the same sale, but try different like introductions. Hey IE, hey Fontana. You can even spread out the videos with each and every, instead of saying hi E being broad IE, you can now do it, target your video only in Fontana and address Fontana. You can target San Bernardino and only do, so now there's 2 videos with different hooks, same sale. Now you're getting that audience to come over here to your store, or here and then going to your store, same thing. I don't know if I answered it, but the friendly reminder, which he was saying, you know, organic content takes a while. It takes a while to convert any sale and grow an audience. So don't expect to learn all this and then think that I'm going to go viral, or now everyone's going to, if I manipulate them or whatever you think, it's like, it's going to take time for you to like nurture them and for them to trust you. You speed up the process because you call them and you know how to talk to people. Most people try to attempt to do that, but they don't know how to talk to people. They're trying to immediately sell them, hey, thank you for following me. Do you need this? And it's like, damn, like, relax. Not you. I know you're not doing that. But you get a lot of people who don't have the proper sales techniques that just immediately try to push it, where it's like there's different ways to do it immediately, and there's different ways to nurture them and then start asking for it throughout the time. Before I do the Q&A, here are some of the videos of some examples of like employee to client. So these are trends. This happens everywhere. A lot of other businesses, they do this. You can do this with the insurance, either the manager and employee, because you have nowhere else to go. You can make fun of yourself. You can do it with roofing, a roofer, employee, the fitness, thirst trapping. I'm just kidding. The adapter for the trucking. You can do the same exact thing, but this one is more like pushing to like, you know, other businesses in your niche or other businesses that are in this field. So this one is an auto glass. So the captions, I'm not currently running their page, but they just have it a copy and paste, and then they have the phone number. If we were to run the ads, we'll just switch it up, and then a call to action on here. But yeah, so this is employee. If you go back to the different perspectives, this is employee to employer, and that's relatable for that. Everyone's been a customer for sure. Some people might have been employees if you've started your business without having to work for someone else. You're the exception, and you guys are all here, you guys are the employees, the bosses. So you know what it's like to have to deal with employees. This one right here, this one was for Toyota. We did an employee and customer.
What does it say on there, dude?
It says, customer, do you have any more Black Friday deals in the back? And he just goes in the back, doesn't do anything, and then just dances. This is not original. This is someone else's video that I've seen, and all I did was just copied and pasted on this, and then I let it go for maybe a month, maybe a couple weeks, and then I copy and paste it for Valley High Kia because they're right next door. So instead of having both of them all together, and it's like both of them are the same, what the hell? I just wait a little bit and then just repurpose the video with new employees right there. So you see how easy it is to make content? Like you can just do that for your personal and for your business. You can either have them both the same at the same time or just hold off and then just wait a couple weeks and then I'll just make the video for my business. This one was actually mine. We're saying someone was asking like for the employee. So this one is when a client loves the video, but they ask if you can change the song. If you guys are editors, you know like having to edit all that is a hassle.
What's the response on these kind of like funny videos usually?
So hey, look at that, Gordon. That's the competitor. That's the one that I was talking to you about. This guy, or these people that I've worked with. So this right here, the responses are usually laughing. All you're getting is just people laughing, making faces. Hey, this is relatable. That's me. I've been here before. This one went viral. I don't know how. Like I think 4 million. But it's like eventually when you go viral, these comments, they all just become the same comment over and you just become numb to it. So it's kind of like, I can respond to, all I do is just heart all their stuff. I haven't done that one. This was 68 weeks ago. But I just heart it. It is hard to do it to every single one because then I have to qualify them going on all their accounts if they're local. And then it's like, it's a headache. So this is where the ads come because if this worked, if this was the proper video of me selling my service, and I'll show you one that actually did work, then I run it as an ad to target people and then I can qualify them through there. So when you're if you guys do eventually have a video that does go viral, it's gonna be hard to qualify all this stuff where it's like, geez, they're all the same. Your phone's blowing up and then it's just like same comment over. It does get addicting. You're gonna wanna check it over and over every 5 minutes, like, what's the next comment? What's the next one? And it's like, it just all becomes the same. It's a blur. So you just eventually just get used to it. So this was the ad. You guys may have seen this earlier last year. I had ran just a special, like a low ticket, $500 to get you through the door and then upsell you. I'm kind of giving you guys some secret sauce, but like upsell you on like what I really do. But this is what an ad that I ran. At JAR Productions, IE Businesses, we have a special going on right now for $500. You're going to get drone footage. You're going to get 4K footage. All the content that you need for your business on social media. How this works is we're going to go out to your business. We're going to film the product or service. Then after, upload it, send you over all the raw footage. Now you have all the content for your social media. As a business owner, you're already busy running the business. So let us take care of the filming and then you can just upload the content. So for the month of April, we have a couple openings right now. So let's get it booked. So quick, simple, I'm addressing, this is not a sales course at all. I'm not trying to sell you guys on nothing. I'm just only showing you that this is just an ad. This guy right here, Adrian, he owns Garment Decor out in Claremont. This was 42 weeks ago. He recently reached out to me 2-3 months ago, like, hey, I've seen all your content, I love it, like, let's work together. It was already a warm lead without me having to do anything. Yes, I could have reached out to him, but at this time, I was already booked up with everyone else that was messaging and the qualifying leads. I wish I can show you the data on this, but I can't get into that account and show you like the leads and how much I put in. But I put $500 on this. I didn't boost it. I put $500 on this and ran it locally. And that got me a bunch of businesses through the door to like work with them. And then since they already trust me and they want to work with me, they always keep coming back. Hey, Andrew, I have this new project. Hey, I have this grand opening. Hey, I have this. Like, let's do it. Bring your team out here. That's how I got through the door with them, with the trust of I know what I'm doing. I'm showing my service. I'm addressing you. I'm also addressing the pain point. You don't have time. You guys are businesses. You guys have to run your business. You know, you don't have time to do all this extra stuff. I can do that for you at this low price, and then doing like the upselling after I build a relationship with them. So that's pretty much it. I know that it's overtime, but if you guys want to ask questions, feel free to whatever you guys want.